This video is about comparing two numbers, and we're going to look at numbers that are between 1 and 10. And we're going to focus on the questions, how much more a number has than another, and how much less a number is than another. And one thing that I'd like you to do is, for this lesson, find a total of 10 objects so that you can use the items such as beans, noodles, or pebbles to try some of these problems on your own. This would be a good time to pause and look for something. All right, so I have some objects and I'd like you to count them with me. 1, and these are eggplants. 1, 2, 3, and 4 eggplants. Okay, so these are the eggplants on the left. Now let's count the eggplants that are going to be showing up on the right. Oh, there's the 4. 1, 2, and 3. And there's a 3. So we are comparing the numbers 4, and we're going to compare the number 3. Now, if we know our numbers, 1 to 10, we know that 4 comes after 3. So it is more than 3. So 4 is more than 3. But how much more is 4 than 3? So what we're going to do so we can see this visually is we're going to take these eggplants and we're going, because there's less, I'm going to take one and place them underneath the pictures that I have on the left, one at a time. Okay, so those are lined up. They're the same amount. Okay, we have another set and the last set. Okay, and you can see that I've circled that there is one that does not have a pair. So we can see visually that 4 is 1 more than 3. This would be a good time to use the objects that you found to practice. So I have 3 beans, coffee beans on the left, 1, 2, 3. So you can set up 3 objects on the left of your table. And I'm going to count these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So you're going to put 7 objects on the left side. So you're going to have 1 row of 3 and 1 row of 7. Pause the video so you can set that up. Now we're going to ask, how much less is 3 than 7? We know 3 is less than 7. Visually, we can see that there's not as many as there are in this line of beans. And we know that when we count our numbers 1 to 10, 3 comes before 7. Now, just like we did with the eggplant, so we can see this visually, we are going to move our objects below the line of the coffee beans. So I'm going to go from the left to the right because there's less to move. There's only 3 items to move. Okay, so I have them all moved over to the left side, and these are the same, but I can see that I have this group here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the 3 coffee beans does not have this amount. So when I ask how much less is 3 than 7, I would say that 3 is 4 less than 7. Now, have some fun. Find some things around your house that you can compare. I found some plants in my house, some real living plants. And then I found a fake one. So I'm going to compare these numbers. So I'm going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I have 5 real plants. And over here, I have 1 fake plant. Okay, so I'm going to compare the number 5 and 1. And I can see that there are more plants, real plants, than there are fake plants. So I'm going to ask myself, how much more is 5 than 1? And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take this fake plant because there's less, and we're going to line it up under the real plant, one of the real plants. Just so. So now I can see that these are the same, and here is my group. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can say that 5 is 4 more than 1. Now have some fun. Go find some objects and compare.